I'm coming to you unapologetically black as possible. Do you hear me right now? Thick beard, giving whiplash. Let's talk about the Super Tuesday, March the 15th, 2016. Um, Secretary Clinton has been projected to win, well, she's won Florida. She's projected to win Ohio, Missouri, Illinois, and I think she's won North Carolina as well. And it's just, at this point now, I know a lot of people were kind of divided, da 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 da. A lot of people upset. You got Donald Trump that won. He won Florida, beat Marco Rubio, his home state. I think he's won. He's projected to win Illinois and Missouri. He lost Ohio to Kasich, and he won North Carolina. At this point now, we already know who our front runners are. There's just no question about it. That if you do the math, it's kind of. I think the only person necessarily with the Republicans, they can't really choose like the nominee because they're probably going to have I think it's a contested convention, and I really think that it's possible. It's interesting. It's interesting. I haven't done a political video in a minute, but I was just moved by everything that was going on. I was just moved because so many people voted, so many people, and I just saw it all across my timeline. Even if we don't even agree, that's Democratic, Republican, Hillary, or who else is it? Child, Bernie Sanders. Child, I forgot about him already. That's so sad. But coming from me just thinking, I think that Bernie Sanders had a message, and I think his message was that he had a message, and his message was just, we need to do something about this. We need to do something about this, and we need to do something about student debt when it comes to paying off student loans. We need to do something about that. College. We need to do something about that. It's just so much health care. He was just very, very strong, and I believe in a lot of things he's saying. He seems like a good man, a very good man. But in a general election, I just don't think he can win. And that doesn't mean don't vote for him, all that type of stuff, because no candidate is going to be 100% for everything. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be, and even in the things that they say, they might not wholeheartedly agree with it. They might say they do and not really do, and say they do, just to make it look like they support it, and deep down, they don't even do the work to get it done. It's just, it just is what it is. The politicals, it's really, how do I say it? It is corrupt, and it's been like that for some time, and it's not changed. I've been watching CNN's The Race to the White House. It comes on every Sunday night. I think at 9 Central or 9, 8 Central. It's good. You should watch it. I watched it, I recorded it, and I enjoyed it. It gives you a little history of the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and how the Republican Party were the ones that helped, get the slaves free, give us free or whatever, burial or whatever it was. But it explains all that, how the Republican Party, the Democratic Party was against at that time, freeing the slaves. But, they split up and all this stuff. It's just a bunch. It's a lot of. It's history in my K Michelle voice. So I'm just very excited. Because everybody seems like they're in tune and they're paying attention. But I think, and this is my message, I think that Bernie Sanders would have made a good president. Unfortunately, the cards that we're dealt right now, I don't think any of his policies would get passed. Would get by. I just don't think. And I think some of us don't. When you go back to watch Schoolhouse Rock or whatever, like my girl Miss Erica De Niro said, sweet face De Niro, that's my girl, honey, out in California, honey. We need to get back to knowing how laws get made, because a lot of this stuff that we want and we want to support, it's done at the state level, and we just not supporting our local officials, our local elected officials. We're just not doing it. When Barack Obama took office, the House and the Senate wasn't divided as it was. The Democrats had, control. Now they don't. And if you pay attention to what's going on, we're really divided. We have a Democratic president and we have a Republican-ran Congress. So I don't think people understand how much we have to reach to the other side to get things accomplished. Nothing has been getting done in the last couple of years. Nothing besides affordable health care, with the ban on gays in the military and all that type of stuff, and some other things, but we've not been able to get anything done because we're so divided. And we're not going to get everything we want. It's just not going to happen. And to start, for Bernie Sanders to win, well, not necessarily for him to win, for him to get some of these ideas and things that he had, we will have to have a Democratic led Congress. And and even some of the Democrats won't even support some of the ideas. So if we want the real revolution, you have to start from the bottom. You have to start grassroots. It's not going to, the presidential election, that shit don't really mean that much. And I think that's the mistake we make time and time again, is that, we don't get our local elected officials to be our voice, to help and support the president. Barack Obama can't do everything. He can't. You see how, them folks got mad. There are some racist ass them people who were drinking out of different water fountains and all that type of stuff. They are still alive. That's what their message means when they say make America great again. That just means make it good to before this black Negro or black nigger took office. And it's sad and it's fucked up. But you cannot deny that they're empowering Congress. Like we have to do something about that. We keep saying that our voice don't count. Some of us say that, and it don't matter. Those other people that want the elected officials that have been having power way before we have know the importance of it. And that's why they keep showing up to the polls. And I think what happened today is a lot of older people. A lot of older, kind of wiser people know, and some ignorant know, that I can't give Bernie Sanders I can't give him that, because I just don't think I can't afford to lose this election. I can't. I think that's why a lot of folks just said, no, I can't. I just can't do it. And and I think, and I'm looking at my Twitter, my Facebook, and all that type of stuff, and I know a lot of young people who are following on my Facebook page. They just, they had a whole bunch of things, and I don't unfriend people for political views, but some of the stuff that people were saying about Hillary Clinton being evil and about Bernie Sanders being old as fuck and he ain't gonna make it, he gonna die. It's part of the reason why we need to be a little bit more educated of the political process, period. Because I don't think some of us know, calling Hillary Clinton evil and all that type of stuff, that's not good enough. You need to know policies that you do not agree with her on. You need to know what policies do you support? Why do you want this man to be president? Why do you want John Kasich to be president? Why do you want Donald Trump to be president? And I think some of us don't even know why the fuck we want these people. We just doing it because. We're just following just because. And it's quite sad, because I see it. And even now, to be honest, I prefer John Kasich over everybody. He's a nonsense ass politician, and he wants to get things done. That's all. That's all he wants to do, is get things done. I might not agree with him 100%. I don't even agree with my mama 100% on everything. Okay? My mama don't believe gays should get married. I don't think, well, last time I checked, she didn't, but people grow. This whole flip-flop idea is, I think when people are calling something flip-flop, and when Sanders said this, and da-da-da-da, and Clinton said this, and what's nice, shit, like, you can grow. It's up to you to determine if that person is being truthful in what they're saying. You just have to realize that, like, girl, is she just saying this, or he just saying it just because? Because at one point in my life, I thought I would never marry a man. I never thought I would. I just said, no, this shit is just not right. But now in 2016, hell yes, I will, and I want to, eventually. But it's just, things change. But I just cannot stress enough how important the political process is, and we just cannot pay attention to just presidential elections. We just cannot. We cannot do this, and we keep doing the same shit. We keep doing the same shit. We keep focusing all of our energy. The revolution will not happen in 2016. It's just not going to happen. It's not. It's just not. It's not going to happen. It's not. Because you don't even have the Congress, and you don't even have the people in the House and the Senate to support these. You don't even have it. So if we want to really keep the country and move it forward, people who want these minorities, blacks, whites, Hispanics, and all these people come together, because the Democratic Party just seems more diverse than the Republican Party. And I watch and I pay attention. I watch the GOP debate and I watch the Republican debate. You know, that's why they're trying to get into the GOP. That's why they kind of changed a little bit, because they know the Republican Party, the GOP party, whatever they want to call themselves this week, is in a crisis right now. They have a person that they do not agree with as their front runner. Donald Trump, they don't. But they've been stirring this rhetoric of hate and just being pissed off and angry because a black man is in office and they don't like it. They did this with the Tea Party. They did all of it. Just pay attention to it. They do not. It's not even about it's not even about his political policies and all that type of stuff. It's because it's a black man in the White House. And I'm not gonna say all of them, but people they already don't like Democrats. Some people don't like Democrats anyway. And for a black man, that makes them even more mad. It makes them mad. And us that's live in the South, we got to do a better job. We have got to do a better job, because I'm looking across. Alabama's 2 state senators are Republican. Mississippi's 2 state senators are Republican. Georgia's 2 state senators are Republican. Tennessee's 2 state senators are Republican. I think Arkansas too. I haven't paid attention. Know it. Know who your governor is. Know who your local representative is. Know these things, because knowledge is power. And that's the only way for us to succeed and do what we got to do. It's just the only way. That's all I got. Well, not necessarily. I want to go in on Donald Trump a little bit more, but I think I've already sprayed him enough in my last video. But, you know, like I said, this whole thing, they've been stirring, this Republican been stirring this shit up. And now the grease is popping. It's popping, bitch. It's popping. And they don't know what to do, because this man is speaking, and these people are voting for Donald Trump because that's what they believe in. And just to see some of the viciousness and how angry some of these people be whenever they see a black person at a Trump rally, it's disgusting. The way they look, just angry. And whenever I look at this shit, it just takes me back to me being in the Tennessee Army National Guard and driving through these towns and stuff of these racist ass Confederate flags, and serving with these people who called me nigger and all this type of stuff behind my back. You know, people who made all types of comments about black people and were in a position of power. You know, and it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. And it's, quite frankly, it's too many of us right now for some of these things to be going on. It's just too many of us. So, you know, just pay attention, get involved, know what's going on. We make a difference. Your voice matters. It don't matter how much money the top 1% have, we outnumber them. And I don't think a lot of people understand that we outnumber them, okay? If you vote the right people that you want in office and get behind them, things will change. But we can't expect things to change if just started chopping off at the top. We have to start at the base and go our way to the top. Now I know this probably sounds like some sexual shit, but you know, work the base. Work the base. Okay? And then get to the tip. Oh, I'm so stupid. I know folks gonna be mad as hell about that. But I'm proud of everybody for voting. I'm proud of everybody for letting their voice be heard. No matter if we agree or disagree on candidates or parties, on all that type of stuff. I'm just very happy to see. I just want to see it continue to go. I loved it. I'm just very, very moved. And I hope, you know, I just think at this point, Bernie Sanders needs to drop out. And he just needs to call it quits, because the math is just not here for him right now. It's just not here for him. It's just not. And people are going to keep saying, it's just like he was a threat. The Michigan shit was interesting. That Michigan shit, he was projected to lose there, and he ended up winning. But, you know, we thought we was going to get a miracle on Bourbon Street again, and we did not. Nothing happened. So, Senator Claus Sanders, that's what somebody called him. That shit was so damn funny. But that's all I got. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to the election, all that type of stuff. I know it's boring as hell, but even vegetables are boring as hell too, but we need those hoes to survive, okay? And water, okay? Everything exciting ain't always good for you, honey. That's all I got. Love y'all, and I'll talk y'all later. Bye.